I hate the thought of winter coming soon, but the fall colors are nice to look at. So this week I gave a little talk to my hog chapter. Being a safety officer, I do that like monthly. Sometimes I skip it if I don't have a lot to talk about, but this month I brought up some information I was able to obtain through the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. I emailed them to see if I could get some information in regards to motorcycle accidents reported like in 2021, 22, and so far here in 23. And this lady, Meredith, I don't remember her last name, it's on the email, but anyway, she really came through. She gave me a whole bunch of graphs and information, and some were pretty good. Well, they were all pretty good, but some of them really made you think, and a couple of them that, like one of them that I brought up was how many motorcycles were involved in, you know, motorcycle incidences or crashes. And surprisingly, in the last 2 years and so far in 2023, it's been pretty steady. The results are pretty much the same. Just over 50% of motorcycle crashes are single unit crashes. I'll put the graph up here if I can, but it's like 54% of the accidents are single unit crashes, which I thought was interesting. And it's so consistent. And then it was like 46%ish or something, like mid 40s is the two vehicles involved, which in my mind I automatically think of the car turning left in front of the motorcycle, didn't see the motorcycle kind of scenario. So there's quite a few of those. But it got me thinking a little bit, with COVID, there was a big boom in people becoming interested in motorcycle riding, and sales on motorcycles was up, and especially the enrollment in like the riding academy at Harley Davidson and tech schools and stuff like that. The waiting list for those to get on those rides was even longer. So here you have 20, 21, 22 in there, a huge number of people that want to learn how to ride, and a lot of new riders hitting the roads. And it still stayed consistent that the single unit crashes were pretty consistent. 50. You would think that it would go up with all the new riders, but I think that, in my mind at least, I have nothing to prove it, but in my mind I think that just proves that things like Motorcycle Safety Foundation and other smaller companies that teach motorcycle riding are doing a good job at teaching people defensive driving and how to control their motorcycles better, what to look out for. So I think that's a good thing. I mean, nobody wants to see a crash, but it's good that people are getting out and enjoying this sport because it is enjoyable. And yeah, there's other graphs like I gotta go off my memory. The time of day and the day of week when the crashes, the number of crashes escalated, and of course, as the graph shows, Saturdays and Sundays mid-morning till mid-afternoon, 6 o'clock at night, were the highest number. So I guess that's expected because it is a hobby. People go out on the weekends and enjoy the weather, and you're most likely going to have more incidents because you got more number of people. But again, it also made you think. Later in the afternoon, it seemed to be when it was getting heavy on crashes being reported. In my mind, I think about my own days when I ride. You're out in the hot sun, and maybe you're not drinking enough water, or you're drinking something other than water. I think you know what I mean by that, which is a bad thing to do on two wheels, my own opinion. I know people do it, it's a social thing, but you know, it leads to becoming a little bit slow in your reaction times, and maybe a little less judgmental in how you ride, and next thing you know, you're pushing your limits a little bit further than you should, and you have an incident. So it is something to think about, because you know, all week long there's a lot of people that ride their motorcycle all week long to work. They'll take it every day to work. Not everybody, of course. It's obviously a smaller number, but you see less reports during the week. So I don't know, something to think about. Another one I thought of was how many accidents happen in a local area, on local roads like this that we're on. It's a 35-mile-an-hour zone. I'm doing what, 37? It's slowing down to 25 because I'm coming into this small town. So this would be like a local road. Even though I'm on a county highway, it's still a local road. Now if I get out into the county, out into rural areas on a county road, that'd be your county roads, and then you got your state highways and of course interstates. And this graph gives you, you know, on average how many accidents were reported on these different highways, and interstate being the lowest kind of makes sense. You have no cross traffic, everybody's going the same direction, everybody's doing pretty much the same speed, you know, all that stuff. So it just kind of, it sort of goes with that saying is, you know, accidents usually happen closest to home. It's because we let down our guard. We're going slower. Just like, I just got done doing 50 mile an hour, and now I'm doing 25 or 35, and everything feels slower. But you get things like that pop out in front of you. People walk along the road to take your eyes off the road. You got a giant bird in the middle of the road up here pecking at something that takes your eyes off of things that are going on. That's a big old vulture. I wonder if he'll move. Yeah, there he goes. But you know, it's something to think about. All these graphs gives you a little something to think about. So it's interesting, you know. I find it was really nice of Meredith to go through the trouble of putting all this together. I mean, I don't know about where all the rest of you live, but trying to get somebody from a government agency to respond to an email, they don't have something to gain from it. You most likely aren't going to hear anything from them. So for her to send me back like 7 different graphs, I was impressed. And she put in her own comments. One of my questions was with the manufacturers of the bike, you know, what manufacturer of bikes are involved. And we're in Wisconsin. We're like a stone's throw from Milwaukee, the home of Harley Davidson. I'm pretty sure if you go over in Japan, wherever Honda's made over there, there's probably a large number of Hondas within that region. Just, to me, it's duh. You're supporting your home team, so to speak. I don't know. I mean, I love my Harley, don't get me wrong. I really love this is a 2013 Street Glide, and I love it. It's a great bike. It's always treated me well. I haven't had any oil leaks. I haven't had any, you know, where it's quit, left me stranded. It always starts, it always runs. I'm perfectly happy with the amount of power it gives me. That's not to say I don't like other bikes, because I've ridden at demo days other motorcycles and I've been thoroughly impressed. Triumph, me and a buddy of mine went and rode a bunch of Triumphs, and man, I really liked the Triumph Tiger. I wanted to ride the 1200, but it wasn't available for ride. They had one on the showroom floor, and that was it. The demo truck didn't have one yet, but I rode the 900, and man, that was a great bike. I even rode the 900 Rally. That was awesome. A little soft on the suspension for my taste, but I can see if you're running a rally, you're really hitting the hardcore backcountry, that would really be nice. I rode the Rocket 3. That thing is wicked fast. I can't even describe to you how that feels to be riding a 2500cc 3-cylinder. That thing just ripped. I mean, the sound that came off it was unique. Really a cool bike. Rocket's a good name. But I've ridden those. I've ridden the Honda Goldwing. That was a while ago, but I'm sure the newer ones are even better yet. I really would like to ride a BMW someday. I think if I ever did get away from the Harley Davidson, it'd probably be a BMW. But I got way off topic. Anyway, one of the questions I asked her in my original email was with manufacturers of bikes, which ones were involved in accidents, and I also wanted to know if bikes like Spyders and trikes, Harley trikes, or anything that's considered like a three-wheeler, how many of those have been involved in accidents? Because I got to assume that it's a lot less, because they're easier to see. That's one of the biggest excuses that people give is, oh, I didn't see the motorcycle. Well, some of these trikes are almost as wide as small cars, so how do you not see that? And you look at the Spyders and their front ends too. I mean, they got a lot of lights on the front. They're wide, they're tall. I mean, it gives a pretty good presence. So anyway, just some thoughts I had. Holy Hill is very pretty this time of year, but the whole world knows it. It's like 1 million people here. I was gonna go up into the one of the towers so you see if I can get a picture, but I looked up there and you can kind of see in the tower, and it's just a steady line of people waiting to get up. So I decided, nah, keep riding, enjoy the colors from below. Very pretty. That would be a good spot, wouldn't it? You just never know if the edge of that road any good. Oop, nope. She gets deep quick. Oh, it's all for the shot, right? Yeah, that's not the best spot. I thought it would be a good spot, but it's not. Woo. She's feisty lately. I don't know why either. So I hope you enjoyed the ride, and hopefully we can get out for a couple more before the snow comes. I've heard some talk about snow maybe in the next week or so, but they don't know. Anyway, thanks for coming along, and we'll see you in the next video.